If it can be destroyed by the truth, it deserves to be destroyed by the truth. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. The moment you recognize what is beautiful in this world, you stop being a slave. We cannot change what we are not aware of, and once we are aware, we cannot help but change. People will not remember what you did for a living. They will remember how you touched them with kindness and loving. When we sense something, it is due to the movement of atoms in space. When I see the moon, it is because moon atoms penetrate my eye. At some point, you just gotta forgive the past. Your happiness hinges on it. The truth cuts like the sharpest knife I've ever known. Writing about the unholy is one way of writing about what is sacred. In prayer, it is better to have a heart without words than words without a heart. The real question of life after death isn't whether or not it exists, but even if it does, what problem this really solves. Small shifts in your thinking and small changes in your energy can lead to massive alterations of your end result. We are products of our past, but we don't have to be prisoners of it. A thing worth having is a thing worth cheating for. Expect everything, I always say, and the unexpected never happens. You go out and do the best you can and hope it works. You just try to improve. I never want to change so much that people can't recognize me. Elbun lector esktn kasi constantment la impression de que no se ha enterado bien. During a conversation, listening is as powerful as loving. There's nothing wrong with stretching the truth. We stretch taffy, and that just makes it more delicious. We are all worms, but I do believe that I am a glowworm. Sometimes you have to be a bitch to get things done. The most dangerous irony is, people are angry with others because of their own incompetence. Don't be scared to live your life without judgment. There isn't enough of anything as long as we live, but at intervals a sweetness appears and, given a chance, prevails. Good people see the good and bring out the best in other people. Happiness is not the absence of problems, it's the ability to deal with them. Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more, so that we may fear less. Books are mirrors. You only see in them what you already have inside you. Only you can take inner freedom away from yourself, or give it to yourself. Nobody else can. There is no common sense and no common logic, only common fantasies. I believe there is another world waiting for us, a better world, and I'll be waiting for you there. When you walk in distinction, even the photocopying machine can't replicate your unique quality. Every luxury must be paid for, and everything is a luxury, starting with being in this world. The dictionary is the only place that success comes before work. Work is the key to success, and hard work can help you accomplish anything. I never fail. It's just that the people around me succeed more than I. This is how the entire course of a life can be changed, by doing nothing. Our most significant opportunities will be found in times of greatest difficulty. He's not your Prince Charming if he doesn't make sure you know that you're his princess. I'm not afraid of dying, I'm afraid of not trying. Hope smiles from the threshold of the year to come, whispering it will be happier. Any war that requires the suspension of reason as a necessity for support is a bad war. Of course, there is no formula for success, except perhaps an unconditional acceptance of life and what it brings. Common sense in an uncommon degree is what the world calls wisdom. A faith that cannot survive collision with the truth is not worth many regrets. Those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. A clown on a throne is still a clown. A king in rags is still a king. Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. Once you had put the pieces back together, even though you may look intact, you were never quite the same as you'd been before the fall. You get in life what you have the courage to ask for. I'm not going to die. I'm going home like a shooting star. Anybody can make the simple complicated. Creativity is making the complicated simple. If we thought more for ourselves, we would have very many more bad books and very many more good ones. Maturity is when you stop complaining and making excuses and start making changes. Chanel is an institution, and you have to treat an institution like a whore, and then you get something out of her. Life consists of what man is thinking about all day. The most incomprehensible thing about the world is that it is at all comprehensible. The truth was only another mask, even if it was the best fit, the closest to skin and all that lay beneath. Though all men be equally frail before the world, the differences between them are terrifying. What the world stigmatizes as romantic is often more nearly allied to the truth than is commonly supposed. Faithless is he that says farewell when the road darkens. Then I realized that most of the world's problems stemmed from macho dickheadism, and if I cold defeat that I could save the world. Don't think of introversion as something that needs to be cured. Spend your free the way you like, not the way you think you're supposed to. Ask not of things to shed their veils. Unveil yourselves, and things will be unveiled. Desperation is the raw material of drastic change. Only those who can leave behind everything they have ever believed and can hope to escape. It's one thing to think you're worthless, and quite another for somebody else to tell you that you are. Caution not spirit, let it roam wild, for in that natural state dance embraces divine frequency. If you try to change it, you will ruin it. Try to hold it, and you will lose it. If you appreciate the small things, you're likely to get the big ones. Strength is life. Weakness is death. Expansion is life. Contraction is death. Love is life. Hatred is death. Do not give them a candle to light the way. Teach them how to make fire instead. That is the meaning of enlightenment. Hard work is only a prison sentence when you lack motivation. Every challenge, every adversity contains within it the seeds of opportunity and growth. You only struggle because you're ready to grow but aren't willing to let go. Even a mistake may turn out to be the one thing necessary to a worthwhile achievement. Nobody made a greater mistake than he who did nothing because he could do only a little. I felt lonely and content at the same time. I believe that is a rare kind of happiness. Anyone who is capable of getting themselves made president should on no account be allowed to do the job. If time is precious, no book that will not improve by repeated readings deserves to be read at all. Life is a comedy to those who think, a tragedy to those who feel. Hearts can't be broken because they're made of marzipan. You are the magic code that unlocks your happiness. I never did give them hell. I just told the truth, and they thought it was hell. When ill luck begins, it does not come in sprinkles, but in showers. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. It is not that I'm so smart, but I stay with the questions much longer. I was never aware of any other option but to question everything. Irrational expectations are at the root of most human suffering. Help others without any reason and give without the expectation of receiving anything in return. Every story I create creates me. I write to create myself. A hero is just somebody who does the right thing when it would be far, far easier to do nothing. I will no longer mutilate and destroy myself in order to find a secret behind the ruins. Without education, you're not going anywhere in this world. Digression is the soul of wit. Take the philosophic asides away from Dante, Milton, or Hamlet's father's ghost, and what stays is dry bones. You can't go back and make a new start, but you can start right now and make a brand new ending. Sometimes the truth has difficulty breaching the city walls of our beliefs. A lie, dressed in the correct livery, passes through more easily. I can chase you, and I can catch you, but there is nothing I can do to make you mine. To know the history of science is to recognize the mortality of any claim to universal truth. Surround yourself with only people who are going to lift you higher. Youth is easily deceived because it is quick to hope,